Well, today on Veterans Day, we celebrate everybody out there watching right now who has served our country. And, from time to time, even veterans find themselves in a situation where they have to go to court, and certainly they want the best representatives possible. There are certain people, Sean, here in the Valley who specialize in helping veterans, and we're about to be joined by one right now.
Absolutely. Ryan Helmick. He is with the Defenders, and he's joining us now from his home office. How are you, sir?
I'm doing very good. Thank you for having me. How are you guys?
Doing very well. It's good to
Good.
have you today. And this being Veterans Day, let's talk about this. For somebody who is either active military, which can, comes with its own complications, of course, to being a veteran, and they come into your office
Right.
being charged with a crime, what can you do to help them?
Well, first of all, I just want to say thank you to all the veterans and the active members of our military. I have a cousin who is in the Army, and real proud of him. So we have dealt with hundreds of veterans and active military members cases that come into my office quite often,
Mhm.
and every case is unique. So we try to see uh, how we can help that particular individual and the facts of that person's case, and then kind of adjust our game plan based upon what defense we have for that individual, and more importantly, what programs may be available uh, to help that person that aren't normally available for an average person that is charged with a crime.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's interesting. That was my next question, Ryan, is if, whether you're active military or you are a veteran, are there special services available?
Right, there are, and in some courtrooms, in fact, most, you walk into the courtroom and there's a little sign that says, "Please let the court know if you are a veteran," because they want to be able to give you the option of applying for what's called the Veterans Court. And there's a Veterans Court in multiple different courthouses. For example, Henderson Municipal Court has a really good Veterans Court program. It's run by Judge Mark Stevens, and what it does ultimately is it's a program that sometimes can last for about a year,
Hmm.
and it's an intensive program, but it's tailored to helping veterans uh, with any issues that they have that were related to their time in service, and through counseling, through mentorships, through different types of courses. But the beautiful thing is at the end of the program, after they successfully complete the program, a lot of the times the case is able to be dismissed off the record and sealed as if it never existed. And so these programs are available, of course, only to veterans. And it's not just veterans. Sometimes active members of the military can get into these programs. I've done that
Hmm.
before as well.
Hmm.
But it's a very valuable tool, and we don't know that unless we find out that the individual is a veteran. So it's very important that we dig into that information and then use that to our advantage in regard to helping the individual, most importantly, but ultimately getting the best outcome for his case.
Yeah, no question. Let's talk about what kind of. I mean, I'm assuming it's not all criminal cases in that situation would be available to be able to get that special program. Are there any limitations to that program?
Yes, of course. A lot of the times, specifically in talking about Henderson Municipal Court, it's only for misdemeanor cases. They only handle misdemeanor cases in Henderson Municipal Court.
Hmm.
Justice Court, the Las Vegas Justice Court has a Veterans Court program. The District Court has a Veterans Court program. But here's the thing: not every case is going to be eligible. So, for example, an individual who may be charged with a murder or a rape or another violent crime of some sort
Yeah.
is not going to be eligible to
Hmm.
participate in the Veterans Court program. So there are some limitations
Hmm.
on who can get in, and there is an application process. Uh, Most people do get in, but there are, like I said, some examples where it's just not going to be available for those types of cases.
It's interesting, Ryan. As I listen to you talk, I can tell that this really is kind of a specialized area of law, and that you've been through this process many times. Let's talk about what happens, whether it's active military again or a veteran. What happens when a case is finished?
Well, when a case is finished, typically the case will be dismissed. The charge will be dismissed, or it will be reduced to a lesser charge.
Mhm.
For example, maybe a DUI will be reduced to a reckless driving, or a domestic violence battery will be reduced to a disturbing the peace
Gotcha.
of some sort. And we don't want people to think that individuals are getting some special treatment or some special benefit in the fact that their case is getting dismissed. They got to work for it. It
Yeah.
is not easy. They've got to do the program, and it's intensive. And they've got to do the courses. They got to be on track. They've got to be drug tested, alcohol tested, and so all these things have to come into play. And rightfully so, if they successfully complete, they deserve, in my opinion, to have the reduction or the case dismissed.
Mhm.
And so it's an incentive in so many ways, in addition to all the other benefits that come along with participating in the program and the great people that run each and every one of the programs. The District Court, the Las Vegas Justice Court, and the Henderson Municipal Court programs are all fantastic.
Really quickly, we got about 20 seconds left. You're doing something special in honor of veterans. Let's talk about this.
Yes, in honor of Veterans Day, we are going to take the first 2 pro bono cases that call our office, misdemeanor pro bono cases that call our office. And once I evaluate them, their case, and talk to the individual, we'll determine if we can help that person and take their case for free.
That's awesome. It's great that you're
Ryan,
doing
once
that.
again, great to have you on the show. You can reach Ryan at thedefenders.net. The phone number right there on your screen as well. Sean, you're so good with your radio voice with numbers. Why don't you take it?
All threes. 3333333. And the Defenders are proud sponsors.
All right, guys.
Great to see you, buddy.